On September 19th, I made a prediction that Biden will end up raising $500 million to $750 million in August and September. And thankfully, Biden campaign and the people of the country proved me right. Biden shattered the monthly record he set in August by raising $383 million in September, 18 million more than what he raised in August. Biden's 2-month fundraising haul now stands at $748 million, just 2 million short of the upper end of my estimate. Now I expect Biden to raise between $200 million to $350 million in October. The reason for the downward revision is actually simple. People are already voting. They are getting increasingly confident of getting rid of Donald Trump. And also the fact that Biden was only able to move higher by just $18 million in September shows that he is already hitting the max level of grassroots fundraising. So there is not a lot of room for him to go higher from where he is already. And because of the reason that we are in the backstretch of this election, I do expect fundraising to slow down a bit this month. But nevertheless, $1 billion in the last 3 months of the election is nothing short of amazing. And Biden entered October with $432 million in the bank. Biden has now joined the illustrious group of presidential candidates who had a cash advantage over the president. Ronald Reagan in 1980, Bill Clinton in 1992, Joe Biden in 2000 are the 3 candidates who finished their campaign with an edge over the man living in the White House. Both Reagan and Clinton won the election, and the odds are looking extremely good for Biden to follow in their footsteps. This is the part I think people kind of miss when they look at fundraising records. Often they revert to the discussion to the point that money cannot win the race, which is true in a way. Money alone cannot win the elections. But what they miss in those discussions is outraising a president is not supposed to happen. And when the rarest of the rare happens, it means that people are energized and they are moving. They are making a statement in the form of money to vote out the president. The money they are giving to the opposition is a call to action. People are not going to give that much money to a campaign and not vote. People are not going to give that much money to a campaign and never talk about it to their friends and family. The funds they give moves the campaign. Their opinions will get reflected in their own communities. Did anyone think Biden will start October with $200 million more than the president? I will bet that even Biden campaign did not expect to be in the position they now find themselves in. The Republican National Committee and Donald Trump entered April with an $187 million edge over Biden and the Democratic National Committee. And fast forward 4 months later, the position has completely reversed. Biden and the DNC entered September with 141 million edge over Trump and the RNC. And I estimate the gap to be more than 200 million in early October. So here is a small quote from Washington Post. Small dollar donations smashing donate buttons over the last 3 months to process their disgust for President Donald Trump, fury with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and grief for the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And I think it is true. So all those things which they are talking about, Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell, and RBG, played a major role in helping Democratic fundraising take off. So how does this impact the election? In a lot of ways, Trump campaign wasted a ton of money. I covered that in detail in one of my earlier videos, and I'll try to put the link up there somewhere. So Trump campaign has run out of money, and here is the evidence. Data from advertising analytics shows that in the last week of September, Trump campaign spent $17.5 million compared to $42.2 million by Biden campaign. Data from NPR shows that Biden team has outspent Trump in Florida, Pennsylvania, Michigan, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, Minnesota, and Texas. Trump has outspent Biden in Ohio, Iowa, and New Hampshire. In total, Biden and allies are far outspending Trump and pro-Trump groups in those 6 states by an astounding $240 million. Florida, Pennsylvania, Michigan, North Carolina, Wisconsin, and Arizona. So the biggest problem and the cash drain for both the campaigns is happening in Florida. This chart includes money already spent and money that has been booked for ads this month. It will go up, and spending in Florida will top $250 million easily in this election cycle. Florida is Trump's weakness, and Biden is hurting him immensely in the Sunshine State. They are draining Trump's resources in Florida. Trump has no choice but to keep spending as much as he can to not allow Biden get an upper hand in Florida. Biden does not need Florida to win the election, but they are trying to keep Trump campaign fighting for Florida till the last day. And that strategy has worked wonderfully so far. By keeping Trump campaign occupied in Florida and the South, Biden gets a free run in the Midwest. As Trump started bleeding numbers in the South, thanks to Biden's offensive in the South, he was forced to cancel ads in the Midwest and move his money south. Biden campaign is bleeding Trump with multiple cuts in the South. Biden is spending in Florida, he is spending in Georgia, he is spending in Arizona, he is spending in North Carolina. These are states he does not really need to get to 270. And he can easily cross 270 by winning the Midwest without Ohio. Here is the map. Biden's cash advantage will allow his campaign to double down on their strategy to keep Trump occupied in the South. Here is the list of 24 states where Biden is leading Trump by more than 5 points and it gets him over 270. But I do think this map now looks possible to achieve on November 3rd. Biden doesn't need it, but it does look within reach. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe.